Okay, today we're going to take a look at the AFC teams that did the best at addressing their roster needs during the free agency period. Now stick around to find out if your team made the top 10. I know you might be saying to yourself, but Football Guy USA, you're not a talent evaluator, and I'd say you're right. I'm not here to make judgments as to whether or not the talent they brought in is an upgrade over the talent they lost. But I am here, however, to grade the players brought in and whether or not they are projected to be a starter, a backup, or a fringe player. Now, I use this method to assign point values to all of the players each team signed or traded for during the free agency period. And then I ranked all of the teams from best to worst. Okay, let's break down the top 10 AFC free agent rosters for 2024. At number 10, we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars signed 10 players in total. 6 players project as starters, 3 more as backups, and 1 as a fringe player. The notable starters include center Mitch Morris, defensive backs Ronald Darby and Darnell Savage, defensive end Eric Armstead, and wide receiver Gabe Davis. Coming in at number 9 are the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers signed 10 players in all. 6 of those are going to project as starters and 4 more players as backups, with no fringe players. The notable starters include cornerback Christian Fulton, defensive tackle Poona Ford, linebacker Denzel Perryman, safety Alohi Gilman, and running back Gus Edwards, along with tight end Will Dissly. And at number 8, the New England Patriots. The Patriots signed 12 players, 4 of which are going to be starters, 8 as backups, and again, no fringe players. The notable starters here include guard Mike Onwenu, quarterback Jacoby Brissett, and wide receivers Kendrick Bourne and KJ Osborne. At number 7, the Buffalo Bills. The Bills signed 13 players in all. 4 players are going to project as starters, with 9 more as backups, and another team with no fringe players. The notable starters signed include defensive ends A.J. Epineza and Daquan Jones, safety Mike Edwards, and wide receiver Curtis Samuel. At number 6, the Tennessee Titans. The Titans signed 12 players in all, 9 players project as starters, 3 more as backups, and another team in the AFC that has no fringe players. The notable starters here include center Lloyd Cushenberry, running back Tony Pollard, wide receiver Calvin Ridley, cornerback Chidobe Awuzie, defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day, linebackers Kenneth Murray and Jack Gibbons, and safety L'Jarius Sneed. And at number 5, the New York Jets. The Jets signed 13 players, 8 of which project as starters, 4 more as backups, and 1 that projects as a fringe player. Notable starters signed here include defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, linebacker Hassan Riddick, guard John Simpson, offensive tackles Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses, and wide receiver Mike Williams. And at number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers signed 15 players in all, 9 of which project as starters, 3 more project as backups, and 3 as fringe players. The notable starters here include defensive backs Dante Jackson and Deshaun Elliott, linebacker Patrick Queen, quarterback Russell Wilson, running back and returner Cordero Patterson, and wide receivers Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins. All right, staying in the AFC North, the Cleveland Browns coming in at number 3. The Browns signed 18 players in all, 5 projected starters, 8 more as backups, and 5 as fringe players. The notable starters include defensive ends Shelby Harris, linebackers Devin Bush and Jordan Hicks, and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. At number 2, the Houston Texans. The Texans signed 21 players in total. 8 players project as starters, 10 more as backups, and 3 as fringe players. Notable starters include cornerback Jeff Okudah, defensive tackles Foley Fatukasi and Danico Autry, linebackers Azeez Al-Shaair and Daniel Hunter, running back Joe Mixon, and wide receivers Noah Brown and Stephon Diggs. And the number 1 AFC free agent roster of 2024 belongs to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins also signed 21 players in total, 10 as starters, 7 as backups, and 4 more as fringe players. The notable starters include center Aaron Brewer, guard Isaiah Wynn, tight end Jonnu Smith, wide receiver Braxton Berrios, cornerback Kendall Fuller, defensive end Deshaun Hand, defensive tackle Benito Jones, and linebacker Jordan Brooks. All right, thanks for joining me on our trip through the AFC. Did your team make either top 10 list? If not, stay tuned for the full rankings. Now stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.